Hello and good evening, and welcome back to our channel. This channel here, a natural connection with a shaman. So I was outside smoking, and two desert nighthawks were swirling around above me, like I could almost reach them and touch them. They were really close, and they were doing a really pretty dance. So that means like protection, wisdom, guidance, psychic intuition. It does say that secrets somewhere, but you're being protected as they watch over you. So I have some messages here today, some channeled things. You might want to take an Odthin and do an energetic cord cutting or clearing. The cards of today, 7/2/2025, Woden's Day, Mercury. The cards are Moon card and Hermit card. Unknown intuition sheds light on inner wisdom. Yep, unknown intuition that shows the light of your inner wisdom. Okay. So there might be a large party that you're preparing for, or people are preparing for you. This would entail long time families. We're talking like if you're in your late 40s, early 50s, in your teenage years, family and friends. If you're in your 50s to 60s, that would probably be like your 20s or your tweens. You might run into some old friends that either you went to high school with or college or whatever. And you might celebrate, right? Or whatever this means to you. Remember, it's a tarot reading, it's a channeled message. It's not meant to say that what I'm saying is the divine authority over your mind. It just unfolds in the synchronicities and coincidences that are taking place in your life. So it's like, how are we all connected? Well, these shamanic messages and channeled messages and dream messages and number messages and astrology messages and card messages are like string theory to the energetic connection of everyone, right? So what that means in our life is that these synchronicities come to you and unfold in your mind, right? How they fit. So I keep getting this otherworldly connections. And what I mean like that is, it could be other star systems. We'd have to be very ignorant to believe we're the only conscious beings, self-aware beings, and let alone our Milky Way galaxy, the infinite galaxies out there as well. So there could be something otherworldly, other star system coming to you. It's bringing healing, like miraculous healing too. Like if you had a amputated arm or leg, it might grow back, right? If you donated kidneys, you might grow a new one. But also there's information about leaving in a space car. So space car, spaceship, teleport, whatever. It could just be meditation. If you find large large rocks of quartz, I mean something like this big that's kind of embedded in the ground, like as if it fell from the earth, you might want to pick those up. Doesn't mean it fell from the earth. Over years, erosion and rain and wash and all that could have built up the dirt. Maybe it could have fell from the earth. I don't know. But if you find them, pick them up. They're your protection stones. Put them around your house. Maybe, with that being hinted there, make a medicine wheel. Now, if you're Native American, you already know how to make a medicine wheel. If you're Caucasian of any sorts, you can make a 8-pointed compass for a medicine wheel. Whatever. Make whatever one you feel drawn to. There might have been some walking like a Komodo dragon. Komodo dragon stands for power, protection, and the ability to navigate difficult or challenging situations. So you might be facing challenging situation, but you're handling it very powerfully, right? You're navigating through this very well because you're connected to Earth. You're connected to the Earth, very grounded. You can only navigate challenges with power if you ground your body, mind, and soul with the Earth. Okay. It's the only way to have the calm enough mind to process things that come to you. You might be very strong physically. You might be connected to hunting or survival skills. And the metaphor for the Komodo dragon is you have inner strength and resilience. When you melt gold and silver together, you get electrum. Electrum was used primarily for jewelry and coins and decorations. But in special applications, it's a conductor, but only where it's beneficial. The symbology of electrum. The symbology is unity, harmony, and a blending of divine and redemptive qualities, like redemption. You might be connected to that song by Bob Marley, Redemption Song. Oh, pirates, stay to Rabbi, sold I to the merchant ships. Anyways, redemptive qualities. This symbolizes a bridge. You're like a bridge between the divine, gold, and the redemptive love and forgiveness. The healing power of redemptive love and forgiveness, silver. So, through you, there might be divine healing flowing. You don't have to do anything for this. You don't have to go and learn how to be some magical healer. Your presence brings this divine redemption love through, and it acts as saving people from error or evils in their life. You might have woke up today and thought it was 2 days ago. Time travel. If you did, you're about to have an emotional breakthrough. spiritual insight, and clarity on a community and social connections. You're going to have to stay structured with your intuition, spirituality, and deep psychological exploration and transformation about shared resources and intimate relationships. That's only if you are a person who feels sometimes you wake up and it's like 2 days ahead or 2 days behind or a different year, or, if you're slipping through timelines, work on whatever's placed in your Gemini, and get more active. Activate your Mars energy. Okay. You might be trying to be the center of attention, but this is from passion and confidence. It's actually creative, and it draws in romance. Okay, so today's astrology. Mercury in Cancer, Pusha Nakshatra, 7th house, opposite Pluto retro in Capricorn, Shravana, 1st house. Now, it's also squared Saturn and Neptune in Pisces, Uttara Bhadrapada. I'm not going to go that far. Mercury in Cancer is showing emotional intelligence and nurturing communications. With Mercury in Pusha, there's a focus, or you're embodying nurture, stability, and strong sense of duty. And this is all in the 7th house, which is focusing on partnerships, marriage, and connections that emphasize on intellectual conversations. Not just the you look pretty type conversations. This is an emphasis on work on connections that stimulate your mind. You guys can have intelligent conversations. Now, with Pluto opposite this Mercury in Capricorn, Shravana, Nakshatra, it shows that there's tension between communication and deep changes apparent. This is due to a fear of intense reactions as hidden truths begin to unfold in your connections, in your relations, all your people, right? Things might be coming out, hidden secrets are coming out, and it's bringing tension between you, possibly your lover, definitely your connections. Because of all of this coming out, you're kind of in a place of like, whoa, right? There's an indication that one may have the ability, you may have the ability to provide transformative counsel to others by displaying self-honesty and discussing counterproductive habits of your own. In turn, adding spiritual this will in turn add spiritual and moral depth to your relations. So you might be in a position where you can discuss things about yourself honestly, about how you fuck up, do things that are counterintuitive and habitual, right? And talk about how you deal with them, right? This could be the whole situation. Because there's tension basically between it could be work. I don't know. I don't fucking know your situation. Whatever's going on, the planets and the sky are showing relationship tensions, community tensions, hidden truths, secrets, lies, communication that needs to be emotionally wise and honestly spoken about. If you can step into your honesty and discuss your own counterproductive habits with your people, you're going to have more trustworthy friends. You're going to show that no one is above another, no one is below another. And, honestly, If there's really bad shit coming on, well then, speak on it. Don't hold it back. So that's what we're going to pull some cards on today, okay? Put my theme away. We're working with the Great Seal of Solomon. Make your own. I'm not showing you mine. And we're working with the Moon Pentacles of Solomon. Okay. As I was shuffling, I got Scotty, Thor, and Freya. Be yourself. Be powerful in what you do. Stick up for those you can. And be not only attracted to looks, but wisdom in your connections. So we're going to pull from the Viking Oracle and see what we got. I'll shake it up. Ooh. Odthin. Now Odthin comes out. Look, it's my reflection. In another timeline. Oh, and Freya. In a timeline, the couple, the divine union. Right? Freya, Frigga. Were they the same person? Anyways, I'm leaving Odin out because in another timeline, I was Odin. I walk with Odin. Odin from that dimension walks with me here. Many, many, many others do too, but... And Freya. Do you want to stay out? She says no. Okay. Jera, connections. What are we talking about? This might have been a whole year in the making. Jera is about alignment, right? It's about harvesting things, reaping what you've sown over a whole year's time in an ethical process, right? So the Jera rune speaks of, it's not what you say. It's your everyday actions that make you who you are. Okay? You could say whatever. And chances are, if you're saying things that place you above others, well then, proof's in the pudding, right? Jera it stands for the year. It represents the cycle of the year. And it's about all your hard work over this past year coming in connections and in alignment so that you can harvest and create and live a good life. So good job. Whatever you did last year and worked through and continue to do is going to show merit. You're going to see the fruits of it. All right, Freya. Is that it? One more? Okay. Berkano, seeds. Look. Things are beginning new life. First signs of fertilized life. Fertile life. Sunstone. You're going to be able to see through some confusion, okay? When the clouds are overhead, this stone shows where the sun is because it shows the light, right? So it's asking you to look past something, look past some kind of illusion, some kind of Maya, right? You see the tension, the astrology. You can look that shit up if you want and go and mark my words if you want. But there's some kind of illusion in your life. Something is not making itself clear, okay? And possibly, another thing I've been getting is possibly connected to your dopamine addiction. Dopamine addiction is the pleasure that you receive from like scrolling online, getting likes and notifications, and too much sexual stimulation, too much sweets and caffeine, way too much caffeine and things like this, addictions, right? So dopamine may be the illusion that is blocking you from something in your life. Try new approaches. Try to find your way. Trust that you will always find your way, even if you feel lost. You're about to discover some facts and clarity that bring a new perspective to your life. Ooh, Valkyries. Valkyries, you can win. Valkyries come to take those who are brave, who have lived their life as they are, their truth, in their self, in their truth. Whether that truth be hostile, boastful, and prideful and arrogant, or whether that truth be just with purpose, whether that truth be holy or focused towards war or sports or whatever. Valkyries choose those who are brave enough to be themselves and not fall into the characteristics of the crowd. Valkyries don't come to the followers. Valkyries come to those who lead their own way. Doesn't mean you don't have like-minded individuals around you. Doesn't mean you don't connect with people. It means you, and look, redemption. Fucking can't make that up. Redemption at the bottom. I hope you can read this. It's probably gonna be backwards for you. Redemption is available. Always available. So, tap into your wild self. You're being called to do something brave. And let go of restrictions and other people's expectations of you right now. You're being chosen for a higher cause. And the Valkyries go and seek the brave for Odthin. Why? To bring to Odthin's hall. Bravery. Okay. Nice. Gable. An equal exchange, a gift for a gift, a harmony with the divine. A harmony with the divine is something very honorable to have. And chances are this is what your bravery is. You're in a constant union, a gift for a gift. You and spirit are in union, right? Also a marriage could be coming up. 7th house, Mercury, Cancer, Pushya. Something you have given away is now coming back to you. Now remember, this could be positive or negative. What do we say? Being brave is being yourself, right? But also being a bastard will get you bastard back. So what you've given over the past year is coming back to you. To those of you who have been working towards balance, exchange, honor, living by yourself, beating to your own drum, not falling into all the manipulations and false personas that you'll build for anything. So at this time, be kind and kindness is returned. You're in balance with nature and nature wants to give you a gift. New beginnings, remember? Berkano, Tierra Picano. You are, I just saw the void. So clear and open space. Parthro. This is an initiation process you're going through. This initiation is connected to the spirit world. And the number one message of the Pertho rune is to remember you have, it's not just the roll of the dice, how they land. It's how you throw them. You have a hand in everything that you do. This rune is about initiation, divination, tossing runes, connecting with the unseen world, and having them. They're bringing you through something. They're bringing you through something. It looks really good, but I don't know who you are. Someone just commented, so you talk big. I don't know. Fuck it, whatever. Anyway, see what I mean? Push against or move with your fate, because fate is upon you now. You are connected to more things than you know. The 9 worlds. Tap into your intuition. Tap into spirit and stand by your strength and skill. Okay, let's see some shamanic messages here. What do we have to say to them, Odthin, the shaman king? I think it's funny we've got drum and be present. This came up in another reading not too long ago. Drum will quiet the chatter in your mind and remind you of your mother's heartbeat. Drum is offering to take you to other worlds, to places you long to explore, and is offering you past life recalling, a healing of your spiritual gifts. Your insight and connection is coming to you through the drum, so drum your soul back to its home. Awaken it inside of you. Beat to your own drum. Have we not discussed that so far? So if your soul is fragmented, meaning you're giving people so much of your power, you're allowing whatever, something, you're putting on false personas to fit in with people. You're agreeing to lies that you know you don't agree with. Or just going against your inner compass, right? It's time to call all that back. And middle world, be present. Being present means to sit calmly. If you feel you are a stranger on this earth, oh yeah, and remind yourself you are a part of this earth. You're connected to the earth, and this is how you can meditate. Meditate just on the presence of being right here. Every time your thoughts go forward or backwards, bring yourself right back to center. That's the messages from the Viking Oracle. And we'll pull some tarot with the Viking Tarot, and then we'll call it good. So, what do we got for them? Empress at the bottom of the deck. Oh, it jumps right out. Hey, 3 of Cups. Time for celebration. You've earned it. You have earned this. 10 of Pentacles. It's going to be very, very prosperous for you. There is relocation, or definitely relocating from a negative situation. Yep. Something that was just a bunch of sorrow, sadness, and ill fate. You're moving away from that and into this celebration of prosperity. Queen of Wands. You are going to be very active, enthused. You're going to be engaged in things that bring out your passions in life. You're going to help be an inspiration to others, because as you're doing what you feel your soul resonates with, your power is going to be like a guiding light towards others. And final card. 4 of Swords. Take some rest for now, because you've got some smooth sailing coming up ahead. Thank you for your time here. I hope this reading was helpful. If you haven't already, comment, like, subscribe, share with your friends. I will have more Goetia videos coming up probably Sunday or Monday. And if I feel called to do anything else, I will come on. Remember the animal spirits today? They were Desert Nighthawk and Komodo Dragon. The message of those two were you are powerful, you are connected to earth, you're connected to strength, wisdom, survival, skill, hunting, inner wisdom, inner strength, and willpower. So you're always protected. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Take care.